Have you ever wondered what belief actually does to a person? Have you seen it as something that changes how you see yourself, the world, and even your destiny? In this message, we explore a powerful reflection on belief and unbelief, how they shape human worth, perception, strength, and purpose. This isn't just a theory, but a description of two completely different ways of seeing existence. Now, the first point is about belief and human value. Belief connects a human being to their creator, and through that connection, a person is no longer just a physical matter walking through the world. They become meaningful. For example, a piece of iron in itself is just metal, but if that iron is shaped by a skilled artist into a masterpiece, its value is no longer in the material, it is in the art. Now apply this to a human being. A person in their physical form is weak, temporary, and limited, but through belief they are connected to their creator, the one who designed them with purpose and meaning. That connection reveals something profound. A human being becomes like a mirror reflecting divine qualities such as mercy, wisdom, creativity, and purpose. But when belief is lost, that connection is cut. And when that connection is gone, a person is reduced only to physical existence, which is temporary, fragile, and ultimately returning to dust. In that state, even the most valuable potential becomes hidden, like a masterpiece buried in darkness. So belief does not simply add value to a human being, it reveals the value already placed within them. Now, the second point is that belief illuminates reality. Belief is not only light for the self, it is light for the entire universe. So imagine this, you're walking on a dark road at night with only a dim torch. Everything looks frightening with shadows, unknown shapes, and uncertainty everywhere. Now, imagine suddenly switching on a powerful light that reveals everything as it truly is. That is the difference belief makes. Without belief, the person sees the past as a dark graveyard, the future as a frightening unknown. He sees events as chaotic and meaningless, death as nothing but disappearance. But with belief, everything changes. The past doesn't become a graveyard, but a place of completed duties, meaningful lives, and souls moving toward peace. The future becomes not chaotic, but a prepared space of mercy and divine wisdom. Even hardships are no longer random suffering, but part of a meaningful system governed with purpose and compassion. Even death transforms. Instead of seeing it as an end, it turns it into a doorway, and the grave becomes into something greater other than a dark pit. So belief doesn't change our reality, it changes how reality is seen. Now, the third point is that belief gives strength and trust. Belief is not only light, but it is also strength. Because when a person believes, they are no longer carrying life alone. They are no longer crushed by events, worries, or fears. Instead, they understand something essential. They are not alone in the journey. Think of two travelers on a ship. One carries all their heavy luggage on their back, refusing to let go. They are exhausted, anxious, constantly afraid of losing control. The other places their burden down and trusts the ship carrying it to safety. Who is more at peace? The one who trusts. In life, reliance on God is not weakness. It is recognition of our reality. It is understanding that you are not the source of control. You are not meant to carry everything alone. Causes exist, but they are not the ultimate power. You take action and put in the effort, but you trust the outcome to the one who governs all outcomes, Allah. This trust does not eliminate effort or responsibility. It removes anxiety and the illusion of control. And in doing so, it brings peace or sakina. The fourth point is that belief makes a human truly human. Human beings are not like animals. Animals are born with their abilities already programmed. They know how to live almost immediately, but humans are different. A human being enters life weak, dependent, and in need of learning everything. This difference has a deep purpose and isn't random. It shows that a human being is designed to grow in understanding, awareness, and relationship with their creator. Animals act by instinct, but humans are meant to rise through knowledge, awareness, reflection, and ultimately the recognition of Allah. A human being learns, develops, and slowly discovers meaning. And at the core of that development lies one essential truth. Knowledge of the Creator is the foundation of all knowledge, and alongside knowledge comes something equally important: supplication, dua. Because a human being is weak, limited, and full of needs. They cannot rely on only themselves, so instinctively they turn to help, guidance, and mercy. Just like a child cries out when in need, a human being, when aware of their reality, turns toward the one who can truly respond. This is human nature and not a weakness. Now, the fifth point is supplication and the divine response. Belief naturally leads to supplication, because once a person recognizes their dependence on Allah, they begin to ask, seek, and turn toward Him. Now, there's a powerful truth here. Nothing is ignored. Every sincere call is heard, but response doesn't always mean immediate fulfillment of what we want. Sometimes what we ask for is not best for us, and what we want is not what we need, or the timing is just not right. So the response of Allah comes in different forms. Sometimes it's exactly what is asked. Sometimes it's something better. Sometimes it's protection from harm. Sometimes it's protection from harm we don't even see. And sometimes it's delay, which carries wisdom. Supplication is not only about getting things, which we often misunderstand, but it is about connection. It is about recognizing that you are not alone, or unheard, or even forgotten. Even when outcomes differ from expectations, the connection itself is already a form of response. And beyond requests, supplication is also worship. Dua in and of itself is worship. It is the acknowledgement of dependence, the language of humility. It is the heart recognizing its need for the one who sustains it. Now, overall, there are two ways of seeing life. So in the end, a person can live in one way, which is without belief, where life feels heavy, uncertain, and disconnected, where meaning fades and the self becomes limited to physical existence, to the material. And one is with belief, where everything becomes meaningful and understandable, where hardship gains purpose and the heart finds strength, and where the human being becomes connected to something far greater than themselves. Belief does not remove challenges. Rather, it transforms how they are carried. It does not eliminate our reality. It reveals its deeper meaning. And in that meaning, a human being finds dignity, peace, and direction.